Good evening. I want to call the meeting of the Senate Committee on Legislative Operations and Elections back to order. Senator Pizzina, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your patience. I know it's late, but I appreciate you coming to present the legislation today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. Good afternoon, Chair Orenshaw, and members of the Senate Committee on Legislative Operations and Elections. For the record, I'm Julie Pizzina, representing Senate District 12 in Clark County, and it is my pleasure to present before you today on Senate Bill 387. By way of background, this bill was brought forward to ensure that opportunities exist for every qualified person to be employed in our classified state service. As the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King once so eloquently stated, everybody can be great because everybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. I believe that background and context exactly states the impetus and foundations for Senate Bill 387. As the committee is aware, existing law establishes a classified service of employment within the state, and this is to ensure that state positions are based on a similarity of duties and responsibilities, so that the same qualifications may reasonably be required for all positions within the same class. Therefore, this one and only section of the bill simply requires that the administrator of the Division of Human Resources of the Department of Administration to periodically review the positions in the classified service that require a person to hold a bachelor's degree. When the administrator deems it necessary for the efficiency of public service, the administrator is then authorized to revise the qualifications to allow a person to substitute commensurate experience or skills in lieu of such a degree. In a nutshell, our most skilled, if otherwise qualified, should not be denied a chance to work in the classified service solely because the person lacks a bachelor's degree. This bill will afford the administrator the authority to revise the qualifications for classified positions as necessary to ensure that the state is hiring the most qualified for each position. And I would just close this by saying we look at all the open positions we have right now, and I would like to imagine that a number of these positions could be filled by some very qualified team members who may otherwise be missing out on these opportunities due to lack of college degree.
Senator Pizzina, thank you for presenting Senate Bill 387, and we appreciate you presenting this important legislation. Members, any comments or any questions for the sponsor? Senator Daley.
Just when I look at Section 1, which is existing law, and it says that the administrator shall prepare and maintain necessary classifications. So he's already doing some of this work on the bill. So how much more effort is it going to take to do what's in the section of the bill? It seems to me not very much. And I'm asking this question based on looking at the fiscal note, and I just kind of shake my head and go, what are they doing? So.
Thank you so much.
I don't know if you have any answer for that, but.
Julie Pizzina for the record, and I'm happy you asked the question because I had the same thought when I saw the fiscal note, and because reading the bill, so much of this work is already being done. However, it does carry a fiscal note as if it would take numerous employees, I'm imagining those with a college degree, to do that job.
Senator Daley, any follow-up? No. Thank you, Senator Pizzina. Members, any additional questions? Not seeing any, I'd like to now open it up for support on Senate Bill 387, either here in Carson City or down at the Sawyer Building. We are limiting testimony to 2 minutes per speaker. I don't see anyone in either of the committee rooms. Broadcasting, is there anyone on the phone lines who would like to be heard in support of Senate Bill 387?
To testify in support of SB 387, press star 9 to take your place in the queue. Chair, there are no callers willing to testify in support.
Thank you. Broadcasting, can we go to opposition? Anyone who's opposed to Senate Bill 387 who wants to be heard on the record?
To testify in opposition of SB 387, press star 9 to take your place in the queue. Chair, there are no callers willing to testify in opposition.
Thank you. And I don't see anyone in Carson City. I don't see anyone on the feed from Sawyer Building, but if there's anyone down there who wants to be heard, now's your chance. Don't see anyone. Broadcasting, neutral. Anyone who's neutral on Senate Bill 387 who wants to be heard.
To testify neutral to SB 387, press star 9 to take your place in the queue. Chair, there are no callers willing to testify neutral.
Thank you. And again, I don't see anyone in either committee room here in Carson City or at the Sawyer Building. With that, any closing comments, Senator Brazina? We sure appreciate you presenting this important legislation. Thank you for being here. And for all session, you've been so very kind with your committee, Natural Resources, and our committee, and members who've had to present and go back and forth. So thank you for being so accommodating to everybody's schedule. Well, thank you very much. We'll close the hearing on Senate Bill 387, and I'll open it up for public comment. Broadcasting, is there anyone on the phone lines who wishes to make public comment?
If you would like to provide public comment, press star 9 to take your place in the queue.
Hi, is this just public comment for overall, or is it on a specific bill?
This is just public comment on overall, not related to any bill.
Okay. Thank you so much. I just didn't know if I touched star 9 at the right time. I would like to actually request a hearing for
so sorry.
SB 405.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry. Would you state your name for the record?
Yes.
Thank you. Go, please state your name
I'm
for the
sorry.
record.
It's Tracy Thomas. TRACEYTHOMAS.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas.
Tracy Thomas.
Please begin.
And I would like to request SB 405 to be heard as soon as possible so we can get the governor's bill through and hopefully get some action on it and it to be heard. It's gotten quite a bit of attention online with plenty of opinions and comments. So I would just like to have that bill please brought forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Broadcasting, is there anyone else on the phone lines who wishes to be heard?
Chair, there are no more callers willing to provide public comment.
All right. Well, I don't see anyone in either of the committee rooms. Members, we will have our normal meeting probably at 3:30, but we'll email you if we make any adjustments to the time on Thursday. Doubt we'll meet Friday, but I believe we will post at the call of the chair just in case there was something we had to take care of Friday. But I doubt we'd have to meet Friday, but we will most likely post. But hopefully we'll be able to finish what we need to do on Thursday with some hearings and some work sessions. So I'll post that soon. And thank you, members, for your patience and flexibility today. We are adjourned.